Hello and welcome to the Foundations of America here on Fullerton College Television. My name is Isaiah and today we'll be exploring the world of hardworking men and women in the trade with our good friend Josh Cornett. Thank you for joining us, Josh. Let's start with the basics. Can you tell us what you do and how you got into the trade?
So what I do is we go through and put up piping in stadiums, hotels, bunch of industrial applications, and just put them and fuse them together. And then how I got into it, a buddy who lived next door to me, he was already in the trades, and he set up a meeting with the business manager, and that's how I got in.
Nice. Did you always know that you wanted to do this kind of work, or did you find your way over time?
I always knew I wanted to work with my hands. Could never sit still in school, always the troublemaker. But I always knew I wanted to work with my hands, and this sort of just kind of came up over time.
Nice. What does a typical day look like for you on the job?
Wake up about 4:30, get to work about 5, and morning meeting, morning safety meeting, and then meet with the foreman, tells us what needs to be done. About 4 or 5 hours after that, take a lunch, and then go back, finish what we're doing, or get to a good stopping point so we can continue the next day.
I see. Are there any challenges that you face on a daily basis?
Multiple. Lack of, for instance, sometimes we don't have the right materials at the job. They're supposed to show up a few days ago, they still haven't showed up. Getting materials to the work site is always a difficult one because there could be stairs, we could be on a roof sometimes. So it's difficult getting materials to jobs or to the sites.
I understand about that. It could be a little bit frustrating waiting on something that doesn't appear. But what skills might not be expected that is important in the trade?
Math. A lot of math. Fractions, decimals, trigonometry for one. That's definitely one.
Well, of course, to get the precise accuracy of the different settings. Is there anything that is a big misconception about your line of work?
Just kind of the fact that not a lot of people see us as necessarily maybe the smartest group of guys. That one, because we use a lot of mental power throughout the whole day.
No, of course, and there's a lot to consider, such as how your line of work is very important to the very foundations. Since safety is key on any job site, what actions do you take to prevent any mishaps?
Safety meetings, first of all, and then we also do a thing before every job. We do a JHA, which is a job handling safety form that it spells out what could go wrong, what can go right, and makes us aware of what we need to do.
Has there been any incidences on the work site that you could state?
Well, there was one where a guy wasn't paying attention and kind of cut his hand open a little bit with a grinder, and that was one of the things we put into the JHA to be aware of, and he wasn't paying attention.
I understand, and I kind of see that. That must have not been pleasant just to see on the site.
Nope, that was not fun, and it kind of shut us down for about 3 hours.
Oh, dang. Was he okay afterwards?
No, he's fine now, but he definitely remembers that lesson.
I see. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Do your drives look like this? Or this? Well, it's probably because you're throwing the wrong disc. So head on down to your local disc golf shop. Grab yourself an Innova driver.
Welcome back to the Foundations of America. Now let's talk about how you got here and what kind of training or certification did you need to get started?
So initially, if you go the way I did, which I went through a union, you don't need any previous experience or anything like that, but they put you into a 5-year apprenticeship program. And for me, I'm at my 5th year. I only got one more class to take, so I'm almost there. If you do have experience, they usually give you training credits to where you may not start as a first year, you may start as second or third year.
I see. And also congrats on reaching to that point.
Thank you.
Do you think trade school or apprenticeships are the best path for for most people entering into the field?
They're entering into the field, definitely. I think apprenticeship is the best way to go, but trade schools are also a great choice.
I see. Is there any suggestions or any way that you could possibly find some of these unions, jobs, things of that nature?
I know every union has a website. If you just put in local unions, they should all pop up, and they all say what they're for. Trade schools, I mean, they have a bunch of commercials for them on all social medias and all that. So,
Of course. What advice would you give to somebody considering this trade as a career?
give it a shot. It's a great career, pays great. I mean, it's dangerous, but makes it fun and interesting.
I see. Are there any good job opportunities out there in your trade?
There's tons. We got more people leaving the trade right now that we have coming in. So there's boatloads of opportunities.
Of course. What are some good places for apprenticeships?
Your local unions are always the best place to start. You could get on with private contractors who may have an apprenticeship style program, but those ones are not always the best.
I see. And changing a bit of the subject, you're also trying to become a welder. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And so, what is the difference between pipe fitters and welders?
Pipe fitters and welders, or pipe fitters can be. I'm sorry, welders can be pipe fitters. Pipe fitters can't be welders. So the welders, they attach the pipe together to itself. So it's the part that binds the pipe together.
I see. What made you want to switch into welding?
I find it peaceful. Just looking at that blue light, hearing the sound of metal being melted together, for me, it's peaceful.
I see. Tell me about these items that you have brought here today.
So firstly, we got the welding hood, which that's probably the most important part of being a welder. You can't see what you can't weld, and that helps you see what you're welding. And we got two different styles of gloves. One's for stick welding, one's for TIG welding. One's there because it's not as violent as a reaction. Then we got a level, which any pipe fitter, any tradesman without a level is not a tradesman. So that's one thing that we all have to have. And a hammer, I mean, you need that to be able to move some of this pipe around.
No, of course. So besides working, what are some of the hobbies that you like to do?
I like going fishing, playing frisbee golf with my buddies, play 2 nights a week softball. That's always fun, and yeah, I mean, that's about it.
I see. Is there any advice or statements that you want to state for those that want to go into the same career path as you?
Find your local union. I really believe that's the best way to get in. Find your local union.
I see. Thank you so much for coming onto the show, Josh, and sharing a lot of your information and experiences with us today. Skilled tradesmen like yours are essential, and we appreciate the work that you do. This has been another encouraging episode of the Foundations of America. The future is bright for you and is in front, and you just got to make sure that you take a step forward. Thank you so much for stopping by. We will see you next time here on FCTV. Take care.